Hello again! Yep. Going back again with rather similar deck list to the stuff he usually runs. He loves his future present. He loves his future past as well, as we see this time. This time, three of his decks got future past. The card I personally feel is kind of overshadowed, but good in its own respects. You know, he loves his draft. He likes his unpredictability. Yeah, it's still a good card. Does the job. You get value from it. You get a nice discount. It might give you the perfect answer. Okay, that's half right. The Ratbo I can understand, because obviously Ratbo with cheap cards is an absolute pain to deal with when he gets the perk 2, as I'm pretty sure anyone that's ever played a draft against me with Ratbo knows. It's extremely annoying to play against. So, definitely makes sense that that gets banned.
So guess what Daddy Dip did?
What?
He's been muted this whole fucking time.
Has he?
He has. So you've
Good thing I've been doing most of the predictions then. Okay, so for the people that wanted to hear it, what has been banned is Apep and Ratbo have been banned from Nuclear Goo. Meanwhile, Mordar and Setsu were banned from Vango.
I think that's
a lot
the
of
biggest
Xiao
thing.
Longs though. 44
yeah.
copies of it this tournament. That's the second most popular card behind Scrapback.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I didn't understand that at all.
It's not like a broken card or anything. Those people just really like it.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose having a ranged flyman that isn't drone buzzers is nice, because drone buzzers really isn't that good. But here we go, into the game.
Somebody finally listens.
I've never liked drone buzzers. I much prefer Xiaolong. If any reason people play drone buzzers, purely because it's a ranged flying unit, which we have like none of in the game.
Yeah, there's just Xiaolong, Drone Force 1, ATG, and they're all kind of...
It. And Soul Stealer. Soul Stealer is probably the best one, other than Xiaolong. But even then, Soul Stealer is super clunky to use. Anyways, we see Nuclear Goo got 4 mana Incubus.
Yes.
That's pretty nice.
That's huge.
Yeah, I think nice was a bit of an understatement. That's one of the best cards you can get off a future card, so he's off to a good start.
Well, we're gonna see what Vango can do between this Brutus and this Xiaolong. He should have plenty of mana to do what he wants. He's gonna throw out a Battle Shihu with it. Unfortunately, Fire Emblem cleaned it all up, no problem. That too.
Defenso Chopper was a viable out from Vango to get rid of the Fire Imp, but Defenso Chopper, so good against Battle Shihu. Just does not care about the attack speed stacks.
Yup. He's been the hard counter to Battle Shihu since his inception, but we're going to see Nuclear Goo fall down to half health anyways.
Yes, but he has survived the Brutus. Vango does get a minor experience lead, but now this is where Nuclear Goo is going to shine, because obviously Ravager's mid-game, not the strongest. All he really has going for him is that perk too.
Yeah, Vango didn't really manage to capitalize on EXP and get that huge lead that we normally see out of Ravager players, but still.
It was a good Prowler.
Got plenty of damage by the time the first Brutus came out.
That one Plasma Marine still alive though. It's going to get a lot of damage on these drone buzzers perhaps. Well, it's going to take one of them out.
Should beat the other one.
Gets both of them. That's good value for Nuclear Goo. But Bridges both go into Vango now. They're about to both hit perk 2 at the same time.
Yes, sir.
Obviously, King Puff's probably got one of the strongest mid games by far.
Oh yeah. In fact, I think I'd be pretty comfortable saying it's the strongest perk 2 in the game.
Depends on the matchup. Volko's is ridiculous as well because of Burn the Bridges existing.
Yes, but that only affects the bridges. King Puff affects the entire map. Yeah,
the free Rampage. Well, King Puff's second perk is so good it actually makes Rampage useful.
Well, I mean, when you're getting it for free, it's pretty good. It's Raging Reinforcements, they get free Rampage, but you still have to pay that 1 mana, and it's kind of
They're still alright, but you know, there's better cards. It's just an okay card.
Yes. And when you get it on them crossbow dudes, it feels really bad.
And this is against a dragon, well, then feels good. Because obviously Rage Dragon does not trade evenly anymore. Oh, it does trade evenly.
Yes. Trades evenly and no longer one-shots.
And I think we're all glad for that. Because, man, that was annoying against Volker.
Yeah, a little bit. Volko used to have that auto win perk 3 that was just ridiculous.
Volko's first perk used to hit minions, so you put 3 crossbow dudes in and just machine gunned anything to death. His Burn the Bridges hit flying minions, so he didn't care about Dragon Roll ever.
Yep.
Man, old Volko was absolutely ridiculous.
Uh-huh. There's a reason that the meme gif is spam cards to win, and we're gonna see Vango drop all the way down to 400 health, 300 health.
Yeah,
that Incubus is still going.
He's in beam range.
Yep. So he's got to win this off this next cycle, which Terrorbrute is still a little bit out, and that's going to prove very difficult to make this kill happen. There's going to be the Daggerfall to bring down the drone buzzers and set up the death of that monkey. And now we see the push in Goo's hands as Goo falls down to 700, but he's just moments away from getting that beam. It's already in the next card slot. 3 mana.
Vango got some good damage on Nuclear Goo, but one good push here just put Vango so low.
Yeah.
He's going to play the Prowler.
Sitting in hand, he hasn't beamed yet. He's still defending. He must not see the lethal.
He does see the lethal. He was being defended.
There it goes.
And that's unnecessarily so, but he wants to secure his first game. That's going to be game 1 going to Nuclear Goo.
Yep. And that will leave him with his Setsu.
Yeah, that's
the only way to get it would be from a future card, and that did not happen.
I think there was some of the Wednesday Sprite fights, but they didn't get very far. Here we go, game 2, on to the Setsu.
Yep, Vango sticking with the Ravager.
Oh, he's got to win a game with it, and Setsu isn't that strong early game.
Ooh, 2 mana Bounty Sniper.
Defensively. Ooh, that's a good one, but
not going to help with a Prowler. If he can find some value off like the drone buzzers now and then, it'll be really good.
Fireballs the Plasma Marines,
but he still has to maintain
get
bridges.
Some good value in. Oh no, it's only got 1.
Yeah, that's 700 damage already taken by Nuclear Goo.
Very
that was
fast
basically
from
nothing.
Vango. And it's going on the Bounty Sniper lane. That's not what Nuclear Goo wants. See what Vango's going to back it up with. Elite Swarmer and a Xiao Long. Not very good against the Defenso Chopper, though.
No. All that will die, especially with the help of the Stent.
Yep, that looking like a dead Brutus push.
Yeah, the Prowler not going to be good enough thanks to the Bannerman. Defenso stays alive. It's going to help clean up these Swarmers.
Vango gets about 1,000 damage in. Better off in experience this time, but his push got shut down pretty well. Defenso Chopper and the Cleaver there at the end. And the Black Hole to go to the Divine Shield.
Exactly right. And there's the next drone buzzers. Gonna Setsu jump, and it will be perfect. And the Bounty Sniper gets another kill as well. Now we'll have the Bounty Shihu.
By Vango.
Yep. Clean up that Setsu, but not before she gets a couple extra shots in. There's that next Defenso.
Take that bridge, but there's a Dragon Whoop to answer it. But the experience is already caught up thanks to that Bounty Sniper. Really just highlighting how good Bounty Sniper is now.
Yep.
It's 1 or 2 kills, and then you're either ahead or you've caught up entirely.
Yeah, as long as you're... Like the trick with Bounty Sniper is... Ooh, miss Shock Rock.
Ooh, miss.
And the trick is that you still have to keep in mind that you need to take the bridges. And snipers aren't very good at taking the bridges, but if you can take them with something else, which at 2 mana, Bounty Sniper is very easy to play with other cards.
And we see an aggressive cleaver here. You don't see that too often. There's an Incubus, though.
The Bounty Sniper finds it another kill. And Defenso going to protect the Bounty.
Timing.
Cleaver finally goes down right in front of Vango's face, but now we have this near full health Defenso Chopper coming in.
Vango's going to help clear stuff up, but Defenso Chopper needs to be dealt with.
Couple extra scrats, they're going to try and do something. A little extra 10 DPS.
Shihu keeping some pressure off Vango. Nuclear and I actually haven't done much damage to him for a Setsu.
Hey, he's honestly barely touched him. That was the first real push that got through.
Frenzy Battle Shihu, still not that good of an attack speed without any buffs on it.
Gonna play the Divine Warrior.
right into Ravager range as well. Quite well played from Vango there. Gets the extra DPS to take that cleaver out.
Yeah, and also has that Xiaolong on the field, which, you know, prevents...
Ooh, that's unfortunate for Vango. Bounty Sniper again getting value. Look at how far ahead Nuclear Goo is now.
Perk 3 is here, and that is another kill for the bounty.
For him. He's had at least like 7 kills. That's 14 experience.
He's already ready to play the next bounty. There it is. With the Bannerman for protection.
Not sure I'd have Lucy Cleaver, honestly.
And Bounty's gonna find one more kill.
Yep, Metal Shihu is sent to another arena. Just gets that kill in there on how long.
Yeah, just barely. Now we'll see Prowler Incubus coming in. This should be a pretty powerful push. At least until Cleaver gets involved. Cleaver will clean them both up. Since drone buzzers were played bottom lane to answer the Defenso Chopper.
Well, the good news is Vango seems to have survived to perk 3. The bad news is Nukiku is really close to Mana Frenzy 5 minutes into the game. That is very fast for a Mana Frenzy. And that's entirely down to that Bounty Sniper.
I don't know about fast, but he's definitely far ahead of Vango.
The only thing I can think of complete this is like the old Bridge Shrine cycle days. That's the only thing I can think of that even competes with how fast he's getting Mana Frenzy in this game. But here's that Terror Brutus. Now this is the big one.
Yes.
Defensive Chopper not going to cut it anymore, and it's on the top lane as well. It's going to be a Prowler. That's going to deal with that Cleaver pretty well. Batterman not going to achieve much.
No. Well, Prowler's going to go down.
Does not get an extra hit in.
Vango down to 800 health, but this Terror Brutus is still up. Battle Shihu, Warrior, Terror Brutus.
Very healthy Terror Brutus. That Defensive Chopper might not be enough if Vango gets some more support in here. It's going to be a Xiao Long.
The good news is he can cycle pretty quick.
Already cycled back to his Cleaver. But that's a really high value fireball there from Vango. If this Terror Brutus can just stay alive and connect the face, Nukingu's going to be in some real trouble.
Yeah, there's going to be Bannerman. It's going to hold up the Prowler, but now the Cleaver's gone. There's Illusory. Prowler connects to face. Drone buzzers get stunned up, but that also just activates the Frenzy. Black Hole used to stall up for a little bit. Defenso Chopper going to come out, tank up a little bit more, and Goo might have finally found some space, but he's still going to keep taking damage. There's a Fireball. Goo drops all the way down to 345 health from that push.
That Black Hole from Nukingu was critical. It allowed him to get to reload and instantly stun up that Terror Brutus again before he could even get a single hit in on face. As well as breaking up half of that push. And Vango going up against Mana Frenzy now. He gives a GG.
Yep, Vango gonna go down, and that gives us our 2-0 to Goo.
Excellent hold there at the end from Nuclear Goo, right before he hits Mana Frenzy.
Okay. Well, they're actual bans. Z-Grifter is going to go ahead and ban the Apep and Ratbow from Dirian. And Dirian's going to ban the Apep and Setsu.
Dead on.
Yes, sir.
They're the good Marines for a reason. They're free mana, they're good range, they're good DPS, they're good at everything. You put them on Stormbringer and even better at everything. So, I guess that kind of makes sense why they're so good on him with Mana Frenzy. But we're going into the game now. It's going to be a Ratbow versus Volker. That's immediately in Dirian's favor, I think.
Yeah, especially with
Volker
the Shock Rock.
Completely shuts Ratbow down mid-game.
Yeah. For the if he can get a tank on the correct lane, if he can get either the Cleaver or the Defenso onto the correct lane, and the Scrats all funnel through the opposite lane, it's actually pretty threatening.
We'll have to see though. Lane to pressure on. Lost Legionnaires coming out from Dirian.
A card you see almost exclusively on Volko and Ravager.
And also exclusively in a situation where there are no wildcards. Not a single copy of Lost Legionnaires was played in Wednesday Sprite Fights, and I think someone predicted that that card's mainly just a I can't use wildcards card.
What?
So.
No. Well,
the data seems
I will
to support
fight
it.
you people about it.
Oh, that's a good daggerfall from Darien,
Yes,
though.
it was.
That's a lot of
Swarmers,
damage
Scrat,
to
and
the
Plasma
face.
Marines, and it just keeps building up. Zgrifter going to fall all the way down to 1,200 health from what I believe is we're sitting at around 2,800 before that.
That is a value daggerfall. Darien was ready for that.
Oh, yeah.
Second those Swarmers came out, he threw out that daggerfall.
Now we have Xiaolong. It's going to kill this whelp that was played to counter the Cleaver. Finally going to lock onto face. There's the stent. Zgrifter needs something.
Darien's got plenty of anti-air, and those Swarmers are going to keep that Cleaver caught up. No daggerfall from Zgrifter, of course, so he can't answer the way Darien did.
Yep. Now we're going to have that warrior come out that's going to be immediately answered by the Defenso Chopper. While some Scrats duke it out on the top bridge. Here comes Cleaver. Not quite enough to drop the Defenso Chopper. That's going to spell the doom of the Cleaver because of it.
Well. Getting in the bottom lane for a bit. Shot from Darien, not the wisest play. Hopefully he's got some anti-air prepped up.
Yeah, because he's going to need it real quick, as this Xiaolong is going to start ripping into him with its, what, 53 DPS?
But... yeah, that was quite a lot of damage there.
Daggerfall going to find the Plasma Marines.
The Scrap Pack's so annoying for Zgrifter on that top lane. He has to commit his own Scrap Pack just to answer it.
And Zgrifter falls under 1,000 health thanks to those Firebolts.
Dragon's going to kill that Cleaver. Cleaver not having a good time this match. And again, the split from the Plasma Marines. But there's a burn of bridges right as Xiaolong gets spawned. There's a Shock Rock though. Dragon takes it out.
Will do it. Very quick Shock Rock will save the whelp, at least until Defenso showed up.
So Zgrifter's actually gaining quite a lot of experience here over Darien because of how much Darien has to commit to shutting down Zgrifter's pushes. He's going to play a Cleaver into some Swarmers though. I don't know about that one.
Unfortunately, the bridges are being very difficult. He was hoping that Cleaver would get onto the bridge, I'm sure.
Oh, Madaka connects on a Scrat, unfortunately. That's not what Zgrifter planned. And now we see he's starting to take a lot of damage again, down under 700. The bridge
Firebolts just keep coming in.
Favor after that.
He has no way to really get onto the bridge. That Cleaver was meant to go on the bridge and hold it for a while. But it wasn't timed correctly, and now we see the end as Volko is going to take the first match.
One bad Cleaver against the Swarmers, and that's the whole game for Darien. Rappo life against Volko is hard, man. Can't be as reckless as he used to be.
No, sir. So we're going to go into game 2. That's going to be the Rappo again up against the Setsu this time, though.
Both of them starting with a Scrap Pack in the hand, but Zgrifter's going to take the experience loss for a little bit, and then snipe him back. Actually, not too much. I timed out pretty well for Zgrifter.
Yeah. Totally tied up on EXP.
More mana than Darien here, but they're both playing very conservatively so far. In fact, I think Darien's floating mana here.
He waited for the bridge buddies. Wanted to make sure those Swarmers wouldn't turn back around, and there's going to be a Daggerfall.
And a Daggerfall committed.
Really wants these bridges.
He got them, but that's a lot of mana he hasn't got now.
And here comes the push back. It was enough to get Perk 1, but Perk 1 doesn't really help with defense.
It's only a defensive and a Xiaolong though, and that's a real Cleaver. But there's a Beam of Doom from Zgrifter, getting that extra value on face there. Always nice to have.
Yep, that'll bring Darien under 2,500 because of it.
If he played those Swarmers a little bit more south, he could have split that perfectly, but was not to be.
And it gets a little
Darien's
tricky.
Bridge has really strong bridge control. With the bridge buddies, the Plasma Marines, the Swarmers, and the Scrap Pack. 4 cards just to take the bridges. It's pretty insane.
Yeah, Darien really wants bridges. As if that wasn't enough in the name of the game, he's making sure that everyone that's watching does.
He's also got the bridge buddies, so it's like half of his deck is entirely around taking bridges. You almost think it was a King Puff deck, but not these days. It probably could have passed for a King Puff deck back in the day. Before King Puff obviously became his mid-range master.
Master of the 4 and 5 mana range.
Yep. Oh, those Plasma Marines maybe not splitting how Darian wanted them to. Scripter's doing well to keep up with the lack of bridge control cards in comparison.
Mm-hmm. And we're seeing the EXP... It's not really creeping away.
No, he's consistently staying about 10 behind, which is fine.
Yeah.
He doesn't mind that too much.
It's only a few seconds behind, which... You know,
Ooh,
in
that
Mana
Dark is
Frenzy,
actually
it's a big deal, but that's so far away.
Oh, that Cleaver's live about 10 health!
Yeah, and it's... You know, those Shock Rock.
Shock
That'll
Rock's
take
go
care
on
of the
somewhere.
Cleaver.
And a Shock Rock goes on to Rappo, just to the Setsu reload, but instantly punched by the Cleaver.
Mm-hmm.
So that's some negative value for Darian there. And Sigrypta starting to close that gap a little bit.
Yeah, it's already cut in half, down to 5.
Honestly, I feel like when it comes to perk 3, I think Sigrypta beats Darian on perk 3. I don't think Darian has enough spells to reload enough to get rid of all those scrats.
Who needs to kill
He's gonna have to
Scrats
pretty
when he
much
can just
rely on
go
that defensive
face,
shot,
right?
because- Yeah, the scraps are going to be really annoying because all his cards are designed around bridge control and not dealing with hordes.
I mean-
all he's got is the defensive chopper for that.
The high-powered laser's in AoE, though, so...
Yeah, but that only happens when you reloaded it.
Mhm.
And he's only got, what, 2 spells in his deck? He's got 3. And there's Beam of Doom, but you don't use that to reload, ever. And the others are pretty expensive on the road, considering how many free scraps Sigrypta's gonna get. Also, his Beam of Doom completely messed that Cleaver, which is very unfortunate. Wait, was that his Beam of Doom? Yeah, it was. And his own Cleaver gets answered by Darian, but there's a defensive chopper onto Grun's face. Gonna get some value in there with some damage.
But Zgrifter taking almost 1,000 damage now.
He takes a little damage, but he gets experience out of it. He's about to hit perk 3. About to see my theory stands to the test.
Alright, go find out real quick.
I think especially when you consider the Darker, which he's held on to. There's a Beam of Doom. Does not want to deal with that, even as a rat bow. He's being very patient right now. But here come the scrats, adding 1 power value to every card he plays. That's a very defensive Setsu jump from Darian.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Dropping
a Beam
behind the
of Doom
tower,
there.
even.
But the Beam of Doom might not actually have been enough there. So they've still got a good push down there. And a 1 scrat's gonna take the bridge back for him again.
Mm-hmm. And that's him now sitting
Setsu.
20 EXP ahead.
It's a Daggerfall win, but like I said, Setsu's really not accomplishing much here against that Rappo. It was a high-value Daggerfall, but, you know, Rappo's entire strength is a continuous swarm.
Mm-hmm.
He Darkers to try and get the scraps out of the way, but that's not quite enough.
I think it was more for that Cleaver, and the Scrat just got in the way.
I'm not sure if that Cleaver was, yeah, that shock against the Cleaver was not good from Darian. That reset his attack, allowed him to get another hit in on the Cleaver, and then the Setsu high-powered laser let him finish that off as well.
Uh-huh. But here comes the Daka spam.
Oh, it's a good Darker onto that defensive chopper.
Zgrifter
And
now
look how
30
much
EXP
Zgrifter's
ahead.
pushed ahead now. Darian has not been able to push through the face at all, just for how much swarm there is here.
He might have all this bridge capture, but he doesn't have much in the way of actually dealing, or I'm sorry, maintaining the control once he has it.
That Cleaver just barely connects to the Setsu in time.
Gonna send her home, and Cleaver finally gonna go down, but not
He is
before
gonna
he
have
claims the
defensive chopper with him,
defenso.
though. And these bridges are completely into Grifter's control, heading up to about 40 experience ahead now from Darian.
Yeah,
About to head
just
into
moments
Mana
away
Frenzy,
from Mana
and
Frenzy.
Mana Frenzy Rappo is terrifying.
Yes, sir.
Probably one of the strongest Mana Frenzies in the game.
Yeah. All them scrats, that Daka cycle, it's just so good.
Yeah, it seems like I was actually right for once. And not deal with the Rappo spam. You need a whole lot more spells than that.
Yeah, unfortunately, all this bridge control doesn't help you that much if you don't have a way to actually continue to hold the bridges once you have them.
Yep. So Crypto's going to take game 2. 7 minutes in, a very, very convincing hold from him. He played that matchup pretty much perfectly, aside from the one missed Beam of Doom, which didn't even matter that much in the end. And he does have that Magma Cannon. That's going to be pretty good against the Setsu.
Oh, yeah.
And all that bridge control, even. That Magma Cannon's probably going to be one of the highest value cards in his deck, I'd say. And he's got that Crossbow Guild for extra annoyance.
Oh, yeah. Crossbow Guild, almost the auto-include, especially in the tournaments.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot of Setsu jumps onto that, and it's up to Gripper to see if he can answer it. And I think he might be able to, but we'll see.
If he can, as long as he can pull that aggro off or something, just clean her up quickly.
He also got that fancy legendary skin there. Magma Cannon takes out one of the Plasma Marines. Very aggressive Magma Cannon. You don't see this often.
Haven't seen this since the old Ghost turret.
But he knows exactly what he's playing against.
It's going to be the beam onto the Crossbow Guild. Unfortunately...
The funny thing is, though, Beam of Doom against the Crossbow Guild, it's not actually value. It still gets one Crossbow Dude out of, which you've got to respond to.
Yeah, you got to time it a little better than just immediately responding. So that it also catches that second dude.
Swarmo's going to get some good DPS on Darian's face.
Oh, yeah, very good
Actually,
DPS.
They're all alive.
That's like a whelp.
It's only about 500 damage.
And here comes the triggered Xiaolong as well.
That's about 1,000 damage on the Darian. 850 damage there onto Darian.
You definitely cannot let Swarmers get to your face.
Oh, Zagreb might take this to the face, though, this Cleaver. He hasn't really got anything to answer that. It was a preemptive Shock Rock, but there wasn't anything to answer it. He's going to have to take this damage. But he has got a Magma Cannon to soften the blows a little bit. And the Swarm is still split, so he gets that bridge back.
Yep, but that's going to be Defensive Chopper to clean up everything. Including the Elite Swarmer.
Yeah, he needs to watch out for that Cleaver, though. He can't take damage like that again. There's a Setsu jump. Onto the Xiaolong.
Yep. It's going to be hot Defenso on Defenso action.
Oh,
Scrats did not take the bridge.
Scrats wasn't spawned correctly.
And because of that,
Defenso.
Zgrifter's Defenso Chopper got obliterated because of it.
Yeah, this is... Look, I don't know about that Daggerfall, though.
It was
waiting for that perk, too. He's going to play a Crossbow Guild while behind. That's a very risky play.
Yeah. Especially as a Cleaver is now going to come in because of it.
Gonna try and tank up that Plasma Marine angle, but there's a Shock Rock.
Oh, goodbye.
Crossbow Guild goes down. Darian just answering him so efficiently now. Oh, that was almost bad, but Scrap Pack tanking up the Cleaver. And we see that Magma Cannon DPS coming in at least. The force to be reckoned with.
And here are those pecks onto the face of Darian. They'll add up over time. Magma Cannon going to go down before it can help out with the Swarmers, and that's going to put Stormbringer in a little bit of trouble.
Yep, Swarmer's very good against Stormbringer when it gets to his face.
Requires 2 shots. Each shot takes 4 seconds. That's a lot of time for them to just sit there and bang away.
That wouldn't have been a bad Beam of Doom down there, you know, but I guess he decided to not go for it. Get the value of the, oh, no, never mind.
It's going to Dagger Ball and get rid of the Xiaolong.
Well, I mean, the Plasma Marines were going to die anyways, so... Another aggressive Magma Cannon latches onto some Scraps and Swarmers, not the Setsu he wants to target.
Well, and now it's locked onto the Cleaver. Oh, doesn't get the Shock Rock in time to save from the Magma.
Another Daggerfall almost plays the Plasma Marines into that, but he's in there for a Defenso kill on the Cleaver instead.
Now, unfortunately, wasn't able to get the Daggerfall out quick enough to kill the Scrat.
Yeah, he's not looking in a good position here against Darian. Darian's just answered some of his cards at the Crossbow Guild so effectively.
And we're seeing Darian 40 EXP ahead at this point. Oh, gets the shock rock
shock
out,
rock.
trying to distract Setsu, but it's not going to be enough. And she'll just clean up the guild, no problem. Triggered Xiaolong, going to help out a lot on defense.
How was the plasma range not in that cone there? Is what I want to know.
Well, her cone did get a lot tighter with the visual update.
Oh, I didn't know that actually.
Yes.
Probably would have been a bit overpowered if it didn't, I guess.
Well, it was a very noticeable problem.
Ooh.
As Swarmers, they tried to drop to grab Setsu's aggro, ended up just dying.
Oh, the Xiaolong as well.
Oh my
seconds
god!
after the shock rock. That's
It's
unfortunate.
Yeah, ends up getting stunned and the shot, and that's going to be Setsu taking this game, no problem, thanks to that Beam of Doom as well. Oh, gotta jump away instead.
The BM Setsu jump. Darien takes the set 2-1. Well played from Sigripta, though.
Yes. Alright, everyone, we're going to jump in real quick here. We have Grey Wolf and Kishin. Grey Wolf took the first match after some little shenanigans, and we're just going to, I guess, jump in and see the end of it.
Orthodox Millwing deck. Look at this. We got Bottom, we got Crossbow Dudes, we got Combustion.
Hey,
This
man.
is like some kind of Cycle Arcane Golem deck, and it's actually working.
Unfortunately, we didn't get to see it from the start, but we're going to see a Combustion almost connect the
Had a
face.
Combustion lethal, that would have been amazing. Well, here we go, Pug 3 for Grey Wolf. This is probably where this deck shines, because now he's going to have 3, well, he was going to have 3 Arcane Golems and level 5 on the field, but he gets the Beam of Doom onto Kishin. That's the end of the game, about 30 seconds after we started watching.
I didn't expect it to end so quick, but okay, that's the end of round 2, I guess.
That was quite something to go into.
Well, you're like 75% right.
Oh, which one did I get wrong?
Cat opted to ban the Volko instead of the Rat Bow.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, so that's Cat banning Apep and Volko and Rush banning Apep and Mordar.
You could make an entire deck off of them. And I think people have.
Yeah.
It's like multiple skeletons, like a sniper squad or something, and some spirit vessels. And then how are you supposed to remove those? Throw a Bannerman in for additional security.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly right.
You just made Mordor one of the most annoying masters in the game.
Remember,
but here we go, into game 1.
Remember from the video, keep calm and play more snipers.
That's the future past from Rush Second. Really wish we could see what that is, but we're watching the other's perspective.
Well, you can always pull up the deck list. We'll see what looks new.
I want. Yeah, I suppose so. Actually, I think I might do that.
Yeah.
See some spear throws from Cat, by the way. Very nice Volker card to have. That's a quality of life thing right there.
It's the Xiaolong.
Really? That's
2
good.
mana Xiaolong.
Yep, that is. It's got to be a Xiaolong. That's really nice to have.
Absolutely insane.
Crossbow
And it's on a
gonna die there,
Repo,
but-
so I mean, if you're gonna get a cheap card, you want it on Repo.
See, the crossbow dudes on there, that forced out an entire Scrat Horde in response. That's decent.
Yeah, that makes you go meta positive, right? There's that future present. What are we getting this time? Isn't it that Undying?
Is it Undying Skeleton?
It has to
That was
be,
a very
right?
quick play. It is. Yeah, that's the Undying Skeleton. 2 mana Undying Skeleton's even better.
2 mana Undying Skeleton, 2 mana Xiaolong.
It's basically getting 2 warriors.
He got what he needs for a Repo deck, and we're going to see him swarm out of control just like in the next cycle or 2.
Yep. Crossbow dude's just overrun by those scrats there, but straight into the defensive chopper. It's a Scrat Hurricane.
Scratnado. It's like that
Coming
thing
to
with the
cinemas
shark,
near
but
you.
good.
Are you insulting Sharknado?
I don't know what
The
you're talking
best summer blockbuster film?
about. I would never suggest such a thing.
Good. Anyway,
It's
see
horrible.
Burning Bridges completely wipe out that Undying Skeleton, but it's 2 mana and it's back in like 20 seconds anyways. He doesn't care. Good Scrat Hole from Rush Second though.
What is...
Controlling that cleaver.
That cleaver did not have a health bar for me.
Did it for me.
That was really weird watching that entire Scrat Horde beat on it. And here's that swarm. We're a cycle later. Just look at it. It's pushed through the cat, no problem.
Yeah,
and it's ready to go again.
Volko. He really doesn't care that much.
Yeah, but he has all these tanky cards. Undying, Defenso, they're showing up. That Cleaver is not going to win this trade. It needs more help.
It's not even hitting the Defenso chopper. There's a wall deployed by Cat.
Yeah. Now the Cleaver finally gets his kill on the Defenso.
Scrap back again. Plato instantly captures that bridge.
Cleaver wants to do something, but he's just going to find Swarmers.
Yeah, Rush is doing a good job of the defense against these Cleavers, but it's not exactly hard to do as a Rappo, I suppose.
Not really. The problem is the Cleaver keeps finding the Defenso Chopper or the Undying Skeleton. If he can find a way to distract it from those two, Rush is going to easily take this game. But if he can't do that, which honestly it's very difficult when the Cleaver's being played defensively.
That's a weird Divine Warrior there. The Scratch was still completely swarm around her. And that was the best time to play it. It gets darker.
Well, it held the top lane up for a while. Oh, Wall does not pull the aggro of the other Whelp, and that's going to be a kamikaze.
The Scratch is bouncing off that wall up there, but they're going to take it out pretty quickly. 100 DPS, not to be sniffed at.
Looking at somewhere to play that Divine Warrior, gonna play it onto the Defenso Chopper. Does not want to play his Cleaver anymore.
Yeah, it's not a bad place to play Divine Warrior. Takes out the Defenso. Well,
and there we go. Undying Skeleton reses just in time to take up for all this swarm, buying it time to connect to face for a little while, and that's going to be 500 damage done to Ket. And as more swarm keeps coming in, but this time no more tank, so not going to get that much more damage in. But an extra 100 or 2 is going to add up.
Yeah, and Cat does not want to use this Thunder Bridges right now, considering there is a Xiaolong on the field going with that push.
Yes, sir. Just standing by in the middle. And Rush, not even taking damage from Firebolts, just complete control of the bridges right now. But
and here comes perk 3 for Cat, but he's really far behind now, actually. Watch that comes
30 EXP, but hopefully that's these Scrat Hordes, you know, with their Rampage. Maybe they can pull something off. They're not going to do it in that bottom lane, though.
Not at all. Those crossbow dudes getting some good value. They're just picking them off. Only takes one shot from them to kill a Scrat. Look at him go.
Divine Warrior played in that top lane, again, trying to find some space, but this swarm just overpowering Volko, which is not the way it's supposed to go.
Even that Divine Warrior in the top lane, all it did was just delay them.
Like, the Horde did not stop really flowing. It was just like, this is a gap. I'll get over it. Give me a moment.
Yeah, and Cat was not able to use Burn Bridges for fear of this Xiaolong.
Yeah, unfortunately, that 50 DPS that'll come out from it, which still does not manage to kill the Xiaolong. There it finally goes. Now he can play the Burn the Bridges if he wanted to, but there's not that much in the way of good targets. Sure, he'll clear up this Undying Skeleton. He'll hurt this Defenso, but what's he going to do now? The swarm keeps coming. There's another Scrat Horde. It'll clean up everything he's got on the bridge.
Yep. Going down to 500 health, and Rappo about to hit Mana Frenzy. This is the point where Rappo starts swarming so hard, it's kind of difficult for Volko to keep up.
I mean, Volko's been struggling so hard to begin with. And now Mana Frenzy.
Mana Frenzy for Rush second.
Has to find some way to hold out for 46 experience.
Yeah, that wall does not last very long against all those Scrats.
And as the Dakas start coming out quicker, it'll last for less and less time. And now we're seeing the signs of what will soon be the end.
A wall again from Cat.
As these solid lines.
Melts with all these range units.
Using the scrap pack to soak up the Daka, but it's not going to be enough, and down goes Cat.
Rush second tapes game 1. Rappo against Volko, usually a disadvantageous matchup. Here we go, into game 2.
Sir. It's Setsu versus Mordor.
Now we get to see some more action, which I'm very happy about, because most of the time Mordor ever gets on a list, he usually just gets banned. So finally get to see some Mordor, my favorite master to cast. Probably just my favorite master right now in general.
If you say so.
That's gonna be different for you. That's gonna be different for you. I just kind of like his mechanics. I like how unique he is compared to every other master. I feel like he's probably the most unique master.
He's the late game master, that's for sure.
Yeah. Very late game and very rewarding mid game. You can pull those Tombstone Resurrections off and carry him with that. That's why I like Mordor. But onto the game.
Yeah.
We see some heavy blows being thrown out here, but that Swarmer's coming at the right time from Cat.
Oh, that shock rock just changed everything.
Not much. Oh. The crossbow dudes, though, gonna take the stint. Oh, they die anyways. Never mind. That was almost real.
What the? That was interesting. I just had like a solid 5-second lockup.
That is pretty interesting. We see the Drone Walker Undying Skeleton, one of Mordor's favorite pushes.
Yeah, that new crash-landed drone walker.
Yeah, looking nice and snazzy there. Get an Undying Skeleton and Resurrection as well, which is always nice to have.
Mm-hmm. Keep the Undying push going.
Yep, a nice guy. I'm gonna take out that stint before it dies to the Warrior, but Cleaver gonna clean up its mess. And we're gonna see an Undying Skeleton and Resurrection on Cat's face any second now with a Cleaver to back it up.
Mm-hmm. Gonna
there it is.
Cleaver with Swarmers.
Backing in on face there. Gets a few pokes in.
Yep.
That's 200 damage.
This is actually a really powerful push coming out.
Oh, there's the Soul Stealer. Actually pretty well positioned, too.
Uh-huh.
Oh, no, actually looked at the Setsu, but it's going to be the Prowl Jump, and it
still
gets
the stacks.
The stole that. 3 stacks already. That's where you start to get moderately concerned by Soul Stealer.
Mm-hmm. Gets off 3 attacks. 150 damage.
Oh, that's how long timing was pretty lucky for Rush second there.
Plan?
That was considering deploying the beam. Oh, the Tombstone does fall though. He's damage. Rush has taken quite a bit of damage himself though. And wait, what? How is Cat that far ahead in experience? Why did that happen?
Look, easy, okay? It's only 50, 60.
And now there's a huge push on Rush Second's face. What happened? He wasn't even doing that badly like 5 seconds ago, and now he's dying. And he's a whole perk behind. Oh, no,
Look,
Rush.
It's the power of having the bridges, okay? Like,
yeah.
The whole fight, for the most part, has been on that top bridge or flying over the middle gap.
Yeah, and this is obviously what we see as Mordor's biggest weakness. His bridge control is terrible.
Uh-huh.
Gets a resurrected Prowler. He's going to need a lot more than that to get back in this game. Soulseed takes a lot of damage there, and dies those Plasma Marines. The Soulseed was not working out for him. He just seems to be playing him at inopportune moments. Too aggressively.
That tower's starting to crumble on the red side.
And we're seeing signs, right? We're gonna see this
Yeah.
beam come down. That's gonna clean up the cleaver before the tombstones can get charged.
Yep, and just one more beam, one more cycle will do it. That's gonna be the game for Cat, pretty much.
Yep. See
Nope,
that
gets the
reverse
reload off
dominate.
Cat just dominates Rush Second's Mortar there. That's Bridges for you. 3 minutes in, he was about 60 experience ahead, out of nowhere.
Streaming at 720, so I really don't understand.
Oh,
Sorry,
well.
everybody.
You try and get that figured out. In the meantime, we'll go into game 3 here. Volko versus Mortar. So this is going to be an interesting match. I'm not actually sure who has the advantage here. I feel like it depends on how well Mortar can control these bridges. Which is not very well, but you know.
Well, he has to control them better than he did last game, that's for sure.
Yeah. Definitely. And it's not even a really good start. The problem with Mortar is you get so distracted in your deck building with getting all the minions that are gonna push through late game, you can tend to forget about the early game. Pretty much all he's got for that is crossbow dudes. And a scrap pack. So we're gonna see Cat getting a bit of an experience lead here early on. And now the damage is gonna start racking up with every minion he plays.
Yep, and the bridge is remaining uncontested so far. Here comes the Drone Walker. It'll take it, but it's gonna die to that Scrat Horde as well.
Well counted from Cat. Just a lot of answers. But there's that Annihilator. We didn't actually see it at all last match. We didn't have many good opportunities. And the Soul Stealer comes out from Rush. See if it can get any better value this time. Hopefully it can. I don't think Cat has really any heavy, juicy anti yet. And those propeller scrats
clearly. Heavy.
They were going to be Soul Stealer food, but then the crossbow dudes killed them all.
That is a resurrected Annihilator. That remains threatening, at least. Well, Divine Warrior and Cleaver could both be played in response, but it's still a free card at the end of the day.
Thunder Bridge is devastating this early on.
Probably
up
leaping
to 40
over the
experience
Volko
ahead
attack.
of Rush Second. He just does not have the bridge control to compete with this. Pretty much all of Cat's cards are good at protecting the bridges, actually, now that I think about it. Rush Second finally getting a push in, but Thunder Bridges actually connects with that Annihilator. That's unfortunate. But the wall, soaking up all that damage anyways. See how long? Gonna take out this Dragon up on the bridge.
No problem.
It's small. Rush Second needs more than that. I don't think this Soul Steal's worked out for him at all, honestly.
No, it really hasn't.
It just hasn't done anything.
It needs more than just 3 stacks. And if it's able to get 3 stacks, I'm sorry, if it's able to get more stacks, you probably could have done better with something else.
Yeah. There's also just, Cat's got so many targets to bait it with, like the Divine Warrior. He really ultimately just doesn't care. We get double Skeleton Res at least. That's gonna be some nice pressure.
Yeah, gonna get the Annihilator out in time to deal with the Scrat Horde that was.
Yeah, there's 3 Skeletons on the board now. All their Resurrection tokens still. But there's a Cleaver. He does not have an answer present to. So that's just gonna go ham and take out all these Skeletons here. But they are gonna resurrect in a bit. Can Cat circle back to that Cleaver in time?
There's that perk 3 for Volko. Now the damage is just that much more threatening. Still needs to answer all these Undying Skeletons, though.
Yeah, they're gonna start coming back in now, but Divine Warrior should do it.
Yeah, 2 more
The
Undyings
more
come
skeletons
out.
get resurrected. The
Rampage
shock rock to clear
Strats
stuff out.
are here, gonna delay the Annihilator so that it dies to burn the bridges thanks to the help of those propeller Scrats.
Oh, the poor Annihilator.
Now,
Rush
Spirit
Second's
Throw's gonna tank up for the
cards
stint.
possibly working against him here.
Ball will tank up. Cat not quite willing to play any cards on this top lane yet.
Yeah, Mordar goes under 1,000. Gets a resurrected Soul
crossbow
Stealer and a crossbow dude.
I believe that's what he
He's
was
gonna play
really going for.
He's gonna play a Strat but he shock rocks it.
Not sure that was
Anti-value for the Soul
actually.
Stealer.
Yeah. I think I would have rather seen the Soul Stealer just get a ridiculous amount of
The
stacks
Soul
instead.
Stealer's entire job, and you took it from him.
Cat now 35 EXP away from Mana Frenzy. Rush just now getting perk 3.
He is finally starting to build up some momentum, but it might be too little too late.
As the firebolts continue to come out. Rush down to only 445.
They're going to be frenzied. So they're actually decently threatening, but Cat, no shortage of methods to deal with it.
Well, maybe a small shortage. Does answer the cleaver.
Now, Rush Second goes within 300 health.
Just a few more firebolts and this is over. He could go full lethal if he
He can't
wanted.
take that bridge back in time. Oh, he does, but can he hold on to it? Not against the Divine Warrior and the burn the bridges. Looking to secure the deal. Cat's saving up his mana.
That's going to be our game.
No, not quite.
Almost. One more fireball. 5 stacks Soul Stealer. He's here.
It might be a little too late for that, though. That's going to be a game for
is.
Cat. Cat takes a set 2-1.
Briefly takes the
Mortar
bridge.
lacking the bridge control desperately needed. What are they banned?
Let's see. Gamer bans KP and Rappo.
Mm-hmm.
And Eke bans Apep and Mordar.
Okay. It's about what I expected. Yeah, the problem with the old Inspire was it was very limiting in design space, because pretty much any minion that had a high attack speed but low damage, you know, just faced the risk of becoming completely broken with a Bannerman on the field, or playing King Puff.
Yeah.
It was kind of a restrictive mechanic. So I don't miss it, honestly. It was fun while we had it, and it was great for expeditions, but that's about it.
I will forever miss my double Spirit Master Bannerman combo that would have 3,000 health easy.
The old cheese strats.
Gonna see Gamer. I think he just.
Mana.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he's just barely hanging on some mana. Playing with
yeah,
fire.
there was one. One got much there.
He didn't have anything to play there. I don't know how that feels.
Little bit of an awkward hand.
Always that opening moment, like the first minute of the game, where they're just not playing anything worth responding to, and you're just kind of wasting your time.
You play the big minion. No, you play the big minion.
Just play anything at this point. Eke just kind of passively playing the Snake Druid. I'm not entirely sure what's there to stop.
Well, it does clean up Scrats pretty well.
I suppose so.
And now it's going to clean up some Swarmers. Look at it go!
Kills 2 Swarmers and it's going to die to a Zalon. As that Scrat Tank already blocked in illusory cleaver damage. Value. And it's going to tank this Yao Long up for Eke. Question is, what did he get off that future present?
Ooh, gonna see that Daka pulled away from the Snake Druid onto a Scrat, and Snake Druid is gonna lay claim to that top lane as a beam comes down to answer Xiaolong and do some damage to the face as well.
Yeah, Gamer is just kind of answering everything Eke has. We still don't even know what that future present gave Eke. Maybe it's a red golem.
I haven't been paying attention. Things happening in the background.
Yeah, I haven't seen him play it yet.
Let's see. Okay. I found him.
Yep, it's a
Magma Storm!
Everyone's favorite card, except when it doesn't work out for you, and it's the worst card.
And it almost worked out, except for the fact that it didn't kill Xiaolong and just triggered him. And that'll be a beam as well on top of the Xiaolong.
Completely taking over this board now. The angry Xiaolongs.
Triggered long. Scrat tank.
Scrat tank. Getting good value though, tanking up all of that Xiaolong damage. There's a Daka though, he's out of here.
And Snake Druid continue to clean up all the Scrats, but needs something more than that on the field.
Yeah, Apep's attack speed not even fun dealing with these Xiaolongs. It's gonna be
another beam. This time not gonna find any damage thanks to the shield totem. But the swarm hasn't disappeared, and that's gonna be a cleaver. Yep.
Game thinks game one.
So that will leave him with the King Puff.
I mean, I'd probably be watching the stream but I was playing in this anyways, but that's just me. Wait, here we go. Rocking that Mephisto skin. King Puff versus Apep. I see a nice quiet start here. Scrap pack. There's that Morgul. Oh, Snake Druid's gonna stop it in his tracks and stop dealing any raw damage to Apep, but Gamer's holding his bridges for quite a while to start. Goes for a future present. Gamer just skyrocketing experience at the start there. Okay, you gotta play something. Something that takes the bridge. Almost forcing Gamer to float. Man, it's Rampage!
Hey!
1 mana Rampage is actually really good.
Yeah.
But it also requires you to actually have minions on the field in the first place.
I mean, is Apep really going to struggle with that?
I mean, it looks like it, considering how much damage it takes now.
Using it does put you back a little bit. Yeah, it's still going down as well. Finally going to be the end of the push, but not before taking a grand total of 1,120 damage.
Yeah, and we're a minute and a half in the game, and the game is about to hit Pup 2.
Uh-huh. Xiaolong hung up on Scrat Tank.
There it is. Spear Throw is going to deal with that.
Yep. Part 2 in full effect. This is when King Puff gets scary, as if he wasn't already scary in this particular matchup.
Yeah. This matchup
getting
is
greedy.
A complete mismatch for Eke. It just feels like he doesn't have any answers to Gamer's decks.
And the future cards did not help. Magma Storm and Rampage. That's the risk you run when you run random.
Good bridge swap from Gamer that forces out Xiaolong of Eke's own.
Here's that Snake Druid. It'll hold the Defenso at bay. As Rampage Prowler comes in.
Shockgrove just played for Cycle, I think.
Yeah, that's what it was looking like. Gamer's hand, not really awkward, but he still doesn't want to play the cards.
He doesn't really have anything on the field to answer.
Right.
So those Rampage Spear Throwers are going to make quick work of that Stint and Snake Druid.
Mm-hmm. That's another wall coming out.
Holding that Master Attack and the Snake Druid.
Yeah, that
was not very good for Eke at all.
Yeah, that was unfortunately a bit of a misplay, and that's gonna possibly cost him the game, honestly. Shock Rock thrown at Gamer's face. Gamer will help out, he'll remove that Snake Druid, but it's gonna be the game regardless.
Game is gonna take a set 2-0. It just feels like Eke, it was a complete deck matchup issue. Eke had nothing to answer Gamer.
Alright everyone, just real quick, we're going to come back in. We're going to watch a really interesting game from this round to help fill some of this void of time. This is game 2 between James and Hot Air.
Mm-hmm. Very special replay cast.
Yeah.
You know, just like the old days.
Haven't done one of these in a while.
You want to do the old countdown?
Yeah, you sitting on the click to continue?
Yep. Alright, we'll go in 3, 2, 1.
Bam.
There we go. And
I believe Hot
Air is visible for mine, but there we go. Bugs. With double treasure vault though. Looking nice and fancy up in here for this.
Yeah, I believe in this, James is up 1-0. So.
Alright, let's see how this goes then.
Yeah, the Ravager versus the Volko.
This is usually a matchup heavily favored for the Ravager, mind you.
You think so?
Because obviously, yes, absolutely. Volko's early game tends to be pretty weak, and especially against big minions. Volko doesn't really have any innate mechanism to deal with that. And you don't get much bigger early game than Brutus.
Sure you do. You got a well played coming out.
Sniper Scrap getting some pot shots in.
Yeah, 100 damage shots.
Oh.
And Incubus just gonna clean up everything on the bridge. Except for that cleaver, or I'm sorry, the whelp, of course.
The Elusive Cleaver actually pulled the Dragon Ball back in range to take the bridge. That was quite well played from Hot Air.
Mm-hmm.
The little things like that, they can make a lot of difference.
Yeah.
Especially considering how much higher up he is in experience right now. There's that Brutus anyways. James, gonna rampage the Wally spread out in time. That's an old one.
Yeah.
It's a Ghost Thrower from Hot Air, and a Stun Blast comes on out.
And that'll hold up the Ghost Turret and Volko,
but there's that Cleaver. Very good to get dealing with Brutus.
Here comes
There's
the
a healing Fireball out. James has a lot of support for this Brutus. Really going all in on that push there. Now we got a Rampage Brutus connected to Hot Air's face. And that thing does 75
Black Hole to
damage
keep it on the face as well.
Yeah, keeps those Plasma Marines away. And the Swarmers, unfortunately, gonna end up getting targeted.
Ghost Turret, that will finally clean up Brutus, but there's always been so much damage done. Now we have Rampage, Succubus, and Incubus on the field.
And the Succubus is somehow just barely out of range of the Ghost Turret. Hot Air is not happy about that.
There's a Daggerfall. That'll clean up the Succubus. The Incubus goes down nice and low. There's a Stun Blast. Not quite in time, though.
That Stun Blast was any earlier. Hot Air would be in a lot of trouble right now. He is already.
He's down to 700 health.
Hot Air 700. James 1300 on its own behalf. Mainly from those Volko pings.
Yeah, all the way down to 1100. Real Cleaver on Real Cleaver. That's Frenzy. Here's a heal ball.
There's a healing Fireball, though.
And just got a Black Hole.
Reset. That's going to take care of that Warrior.
Ghost Turret not quite in range.
But the Burner Bridge is going to keep those mana puffs safe.
Unfortunately, still uses the Plasma Marine as we see more and more Firebolts coming out. Mana Pulse finally taken care of.
Ooh,
James
Ghost
drops
Heart
down
gets
to
rid of that
500.
Incubus, not many people know about that, but Ghost Heart is actually really good against Incubus. It doesn't care if he jumps to its face.
Yeah, it's a little tanky.
Yeah, James down to under 300 though. He's within beam range.
There's another Stun
There's a
Blast.
Prowler. Jumps on the Mana Puff, then it's going to jump the face. Oh, yeah, down to just under 400.
Oh!
Healing Fireball does not come out in time. Down to 243.
They're both under 300. There's a beam and hand of James. Firebolt.
Yeah, James is going to come with something quickly. He's going to go for it.
He's got the beam on face as everything connects, and there it is!
Swarmers, though! The Swarmers just barely take him out in time, about a frame before Hot Air dies. And Hot Air wins the match with 3 health.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's just go straight to the bans then, because I have got no clue.
Okay, so we got Mephisto banning King Puff and Ravager, while Grey Wolf is banning King Puff and Setsu.
We're going to see Grey Wolf's crazy decks then.
Yes, sir.
I'm looking forward to this. Who knows? Well, maybe we'll find out. Let's hope we find out.
No, we're not finding out this round.
Oh, no, it's the other one. That's his Milloween. I got excited. Yeah, Mephisto's Milloween is probably the most normal deck he's got. Oh, it's fairly cheap, actually.
Yeah. Just, I think it's just the Cleaver and the Beam. That's it.
Yeah, but this is going against Grey Wolf's Coulterworms deck. Actually, other than that Cleaver, what does Mephisto have to deal with Warriors? Beam of Doom?
Beam. That's pretty much
you
it.
Don't even usually like doing, because it doesn't usually answer all of the Warriors.
There's that first call to arms, just gonna get a single Warrior off of
very early call to arms. I think Grey Wolf must have had a pretty bad hand to start off with. Gotta get into the groove of the cycle. There's a Blast Monster, though.
Gonna get Black Hold,
Mephisto.
And now everything's gonna be on top of him. He'll go down pretty quick, and without some help, like a Fire Imp.
Yep, that does it pretty well. There's a wall to try and protect it, but there's a good beam from Mephisto.
Unfortunately, the Arcane Golem's now just gonna go down the Plasma Marines.
I'm sorry, Melloween just said Beam of Doom is not a spell on my screen.
Did
Hello?
she?
Melloween? Wait, where did you study?
It's not.
I don't think
it's a beam.
I don't think she's a real magician.
It's a UFO beam.
Fair enough. It's a spell card. I'm starting to doubt her credentials here. Here we go. There's a bridge shrine out for Grey Wolf. We're going to try and catch him with experience. He's actually not too far behind. This is for a Call to Arms deck. You can catch up from this.
All he needs is one good push. He has to answer that Cleaver somehow. Call
to Arms. It just needs one good push. Magma Cannon just barely saves him from another hit there. Doesn't walk away from that looking too bad, actually.
The trick with Call to Arms is once it gets ahead, it's very hard to stop its momentum.
And I'd say it's doing pretty well staying ahead right now. Well, after that Arcane Missiles, though. That was pretty good, but he's caught up in experience. Now he just needs to find a way to get the ball rolling. Will that laser turret help?
Not with the beam.
Oh,
denied.
Microphone's falling.
Don't do that.
Hope that didn't go through onto stream.
Oh, they heard it.
What, the microphone falling over?
Yeah, they heard it because I heard it.
Sorry.
That's
the problem with my new streaming setup. I need more desk space now.
Gotta get you one of them, whatever they're called. I can't think of it.
One of those, I know what you think of. The microphone sounds like hang from a ceiling or something. Maybe a bit high-tech for me, honestly. There's a Magma Cannon.
What? I thought you were doing this professionally now. Oh, Black Hole not gonna catch anything. Yeah.
I think he just wanted to play it. Unfortunately, Grey Wolf isn't really seeming to get it started right now with his Call to Arms. Could have been that bad opening hand, just putting his cycle in whack.
Yeah, he hasn't really got the cards into a way that he can really use it to build up a giant push and
applying enough pressure.
Right.
Which
But...
which makes it look really awkward for Grey Wolf, if anything. The wall. Morgul takes off the shield of Sniper Scrap. There's a beam of doom from them.
I guess that's one way to answer it. Pushes the cleaver all the way to face.
There's a black hole. Not really going to accomplish much, though. Arcane missiles, that bridge shrine. This is something Milloween loves to do, by the way. There's a nice tree way to shorten the shelf life of that bridge shrine. Probably going to see a Call to Arms here from Grey Wolf, but again, he's just not getting the value he wants off of this.
Nope.
Mephisto is shutting him down very effectively. There's that blast box taking rid of all of those shields at once.
Yes, sir.
Did quite a bit,
entire
actually.
Bottom lane is gone.
Some decent blast monster value there. Obviously, level 5 Arcane Golem. Not too much of a threat to those laser turrets.
Yeah, it actually gets some pretty good use thanks to the marksmanship.
Probably going to see a wall here. There it is. Missiles, though, onto the laser turret. There's Arcane missiles. A massive thorn in Grey Wolf's side. He's looking to try and beam there, but good positioning on that bridge shrine.
I think if Grey Wolf was expecting...
Oh, that blast monster timing! That was pretty good.
Had Grey Wolf anticipated that arcane missiles, he could have played the bridge shrine to protect and actually gotten a 3-man call to arms off. That could very well change the way that the board looks right now.
Oh, the Mega Cannon expires just moments before the call to arms goes off. It happens every time.
Game is hard.
And then, try it again. The wall does not protect it. Unfortunate positioning.
Yeah, just ever so slightly off. There's going to be the Blastmancer to answer a sniper.
There's a
There's
little bit of mana there.
Oh, sorry, buildings. Nope, no call to arms ready for him, though.
He answers that blast monster pretty effectively. It's probably the biggest threat Mephisto has to deal with right now. Oh, the
saves
wall
the fire, yeah.
That was good. Pushes that flame out of range.
Yep, there's Mana Frenzy,
Mana Frenzy now.
That's a beam on face. The spam is
Blast
here.
Monster gets played and instantly killed by the cleaver.
They're gonna use a shock rock to kill off the Flayman.
Yeah, and that's like it's gonna be all she wrote. Grey Wolf in game 1 now. Just, Mephisto controlling that Call to Arms deck so effectively. He just did not get a good Call to Arms off.
Nope, not a single time. I think it was... By the time he got his hand into a rotation where he could actually use it, it was too late.
Too much pressure.
Mana Frenzy popped up.
He sticks to the Stormbringer. No Melloween for us unless he wins this matchup.
Sad face. He's keeping it a secret strat.
It's not exactly a secret. We saw it on stream for like 30 seconds.
We saw the end of it when he had already won the game. It was a game 1, unintentional.
I mean, Stormbringer does have those global pings, but he needs to actually get the perk 1 for that.
Yeah, that would actually help, but...
Actually, yeah. Crossbow dudes will do it. Fair play.
Mephisto's going to keep control of the bridges thanks to propeller strats.
There's perk 1 for Grey Wolf.
Yeah, he actually got it first, even though Mephisto had control of the bridges for the most time.
Yeah, he had good control right at the start.
That bridge shrine really showing its value.
There's one thing Grey Wolf's deck has going for it. His Blast Monster's consistently proven to be a bit of a nuisance.
There we go.
There's a good call to arms from Grey Wolf, though, but unfortunately this is how long it's been rampaged.
Oh yeah, and it's going to answer everything. Until it gets
Maybe
another peck.
The Stormbringer takes care of it with help of the crossbow dudes. But unfortunately, the Warriors are all dead by now thanks to the Sniper Squad. Just shoot straight through them.
No problem.
And especially with that Banner Man back up, Grey Wolf cannot remove them.
Doesn't really have a spell that he can throw back there either. Just the Blast Monster.
Yeah, his Blast Monster, and that's about it. But I think Memphis is going to be very cautious about that. He is keeping up an experience thanks to that Bridge Shrine, though.
I'll say the Blastmancer will probably do more work the longer this game goes, but for now, not good enough. Or maybe that's okay.
There's that sniper squad with the Bannerman shields out again.
We haven't seen a call to arms yet, just letting everything build up for now. Gonna clean up everything and then get the call to arms.
He's building space for it, and here it comes.
Yep.
3 warriors. Decent enough, and there's crossbow dudes getting with that sniper squad. Shoutouts to crossbow dudes. This tournament sponsored by crossbow dudes.
I don't know about all that. But they're gonna make it all the way to face, get one swing off, 2 swings off.
Let's go! It's a good card, come on!
Hashtag
Even if it's the most pathetic range minion in the game, it still does range damage. Actually, I think I might go to Grenadier, who got completely outclassed by Fire Imp.
What?
And you have seen Grenadier, the authorities are looking for him. His family's getting worried, he hasn't been home in a while.
Hey! Grenadier was picked for this tournament, I'll have you know.
Was he?
Yes, he was.
By who?
I don't know.
I'll find out for you real quick.
It was... Chicken Chaser.
Chicken Chaser. On Ratbo. Well, I suppose it's alright on Ratbo, because it's cheap. Other than that, I've just Grenadier ever since Flamin' got buffed. It's been even before that, actually. It's just been nowhere to be seen. I think Grenadier needs like an attack speed buff or something. I think that's the problem with it. It's just very slow.
I mean, he does what he does very well.
But he doesn't get picked.
Well,
maybe he's not doing it well enough.
No, he does do it. He does his niche very well. His niche is remove Plasma Marines.
The Sniper Squad's down, so this is his opening.
Oh yeah. But Fire Amp is also still up. And that will clean up Warriors just fine. With just a minor distraction.
And it's going to be another Warrior.
There comes all that spam that just quickly came out.
Grey Wolf, and here comes that Blast Monster, taking out the rest of the trash. There's gonna be a wall out again from Grey Wolf. His base is already constructed again.
Yep.
That's
ready for the next call to arms.
It uses the pressure from the Warriors to get another combo out.
And there it is.
And there it is again. He cycled that really quickly.
Next Bridge Shrine's already
He's
out.
10 experience behind now, but the Sniper Squad's there.
Yeah,
he hasn't really got a way to break
problem.
through to it. He needs the Blast Monster out. He needs it now. There it is.
There it is, but at this point it might be too late, yeah. There's the Prowler. Gonna get hung up on a wall.
Stuck behind a wall, though.
Oh, Sniper on the Blastmancer.
The Sniper's cocking him, and there's a Flame Imp as well. He doesn't get the final blast then. Type 3 Storm Raiders being a bit of a nuisance, though.
Doing his little pecs. They're adding up. Sort of.
They're adding up enough, though.
The Swarm is here. Second Bridge Shrine is down. Not even bothering.
He's catching up to experience. Now he just needs to get through. There's a Blast Monster, though. That's going to be huge.
He decided to forego the call to arms this time just to focus on EXP.
Oh, there's a good time wall to stop that Prowler as well. He was ready for that.
And here comes Blastmaster, going to rip through everything.
Constantly. Oh, that Blast Monster was so good.
Cleared the field, and he has it. He has both Bridge Shrines down. He has both bridges. Mana Frenzy is here.
Yeah. He's going to Call to Arms it immediately. He's going to start spamming those buildings out. This is where Call to Arms really shines.
And the Blastmaster is going to be able to find everything now. Morgirl on the face, starting to do some work.
The Sniper Squad just not able to protect itself anymore with those Stormbringer things and the Blast Monster. We doubted that Stormbringer. It's actually turning out pretty well for Grey Wolf here.
Mephisto has to find some way to get a tank up in front of the snipers if he wants to get them in play at all.
Shrines are going to give him so much mana now.
Well, they're only giving one more than what they cost.
Still. Minion Mana Frenzy, you don't really care too much. Especially the Cold Ones factor.
Yep. And then and we're seeing Mephisto go down, and we're going to finally see our Milloween.
Yeah, Mephisto loses game 2 to Grey Wolf.
So that he could not jump onto the Blastmancer. Boom went the field.
And here we go. Game 3, Rappo versus Milloween.
Yup. Gonna see Cycle v Cycle.
This is gonna be interesting.
Not often you see Milloween with the better bridge control over a Rappo.
Yeah. This is what all of the Grey Wolf deck. Plays a Healing Puff. Oh, there's a cheeky Bloodham's Bannerman to stop that Prowler. Doesn't even take that much damage from it. We can see a combustion.
I'm going to down it.
A bit silly.
Combustion on Blood Imps into Xiaolong might be just like asking to die.
I mean, it would kill it.
I don't even know.
It would. The blasts don't go off all at once, I think.
They don't, but I think Xiaolong would...
The damage instances, so the shield goes off and then the Xiaolong will die.
Well, here's the thing. Xiaolong gets his frenzy during that time, so he would start chewing through the Blood Imps that he's one-shotting.
Perhaps. That one needs to get taken to the lab, I think.
I think Xiaolong wins that trade.
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out what the intent of Grey Wolf's deck is. That's the thing that's been puzzling me.
Well, right now it's struggling, so we're not seeing the intent yet.
It's struggling in the health department, but not in the experience.
Yeah, he's ever so slightly ahead. He does have strong bridge control, but he has to find a way to get through this Fire Imp.
He's got a Healing Puff at the very least. And the 2 Arcane Golems out at once, actually a major nuisance.
Yeah, I think that's supposed to be the real strength, is that you have these ranged, tanky minions.
Yeah, that Healing Puff got about 400 health back, and there's going to be another one on the top lane.
Already back out, but it's not going to last too much longer.
But the Sniper Squad is going to be the real annoyance here.
There's Arcane Missiles.
Arcane Missiles, though, takes out one of them.
Moves the shield from the other.
Grey Wolf, back to sitting pretty at about 2,000 health. He's comfortable with that. Oh, mistimes the Shock Rock, unfortunately. Oh, but the Sniper does go down just in time. Bridge goes neutral for a bit. Grey Wolf keeping toe-to-toe with Mephisto here, this really unusual deck.
Man, it's going to start getting out of control, I think.
Oh, there's some attempted black hole into the flame, but it's not in time.
Yeah, it's a hard one to get off in time. Fire Imp so
takes out a warrior.
You had your crossbow dudes.
It's a good card. It's getting a bit of value this tournament, man. In the ways you'd least expect it. It's finishing stuff off. What other minion's good at that?
Every minion.
Well, you technically want to minimize overkill damage for these types of things when you're trying to play with mana efficiency. Crossbow dudes aren't that bad at that.
What?
You never have the concept of overkill?
When do you not want overkill? Let's see.
When
That would be the situation.
I'm thinking of flying minion.
That would be the situation of they have a red golem. That would be about the only time you really care about overkill.
Well, the mana efficiency is one thing, and swarmers can't kill flying units.
They cannot. That is true.
Also, you feel a lot worse about Shockrock and crossbow dudes than you do swarmers. So there's that too.
Why?
You don't want a Shockrock crossbow dudes because it's like they're crossbow dudes. They're pathetic. Swarmers, it makes sense.
Are you saying their weakness is their strength?
Exactly. No one expects crossbow dudes.
Ooh, arcane missiles
taking out that sniper squad though.
Yeah, this is actually, now we're seeing Grey Wolf. He's actually made it all the way to the face. There's a beam as well.
This long even. That is all these
healing puffs. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Grey Wolf's probably lost. I would not be surprised if Grey Wolf has already lost 4,000 health in this match.
Yeah. The healing puff's been getting so much value. Then there's the Arcane Golems constantly churning out. This might actually be a new strat.
Mephisto's going down.
Grey Wolf might have actually come up with something genius here, this King Puff Cup.
There you go. Cycle Arcane Golem. It's here, baby.
Cycle Arcane Golem with 100% healing stuff. Could probably even be better with wildcards. Grey Wolf's gonna take the set 2-1 and quite the upset.
There we go. Well, you got one of them right.
One? Hold on. Okay, let's hear them.
So Nuclear Goo bans Mordar, which is the one you got.
Okay, there's some sense there.
And he also banned the Volco.
The Volco? Huh.
And then
Okay.
Hot Air banned the two masters that you didn't list, which would be King Puff and Setsu. So we'll get into game one. I'm expecting APEP on APEP, and I am correct.
Correct there.
Let the fight commence. Come to me, minions.
4 mana Incubus.
Oh, that's a good one.
Looks
We
like
saw that
round
the first
1,
time
game
as well.
1.
That was like right at the start of the tournament, we got a 4-mana Incubus and it won of the game.
Uh-huh.
Looking like he's saving up for that future present as well.
Nothing really all that threatening on the field yet.
Oh,
Some Plasma
he's gonna play
Rains.
the Incubus first. Oh, but there's an instant cleaver from Hot Air.
That'll take
Come
care
on,
of it.
man.
Definitely will do
And
that.
this is Yao Long discouraging him from playing that future present right when
You
he gets the
wouldn't-
mana to do it.
You wouldn't want to
Actually,
do
he's
that
gonna take a lot of
anyway.
damage from that cleaver there.
Uh-huh. It's gonna get at least another hit.
That's what Hot Air wants to see at the start there. Bringing Nuclear down to about 2,000.
There's the future present, gonna give a living
So,
statue.
3-mana living statue. Could be good.
Eh.
It's not great, but it's not the worst one you can get. It's basically a 3-mana walking wall.
Yeah, but when your other card is Incubus, not ideal.
No, not really. We'll see if we can make any value of it. I think it's possible.
Oh yeah, I mean, just in general, just having the ability to cycle a 3-mana 1200 health minion is amazing.
Yeah, and there's a Shock Rock to get out of that Strat Horde.
And here
And there's an
comes
Incubus
Incubus.
deployed as well behind it to back it up.
Defenso also reaching the face.
Hot Air has to commit a lot to kill a 3-mana card, mind you. There's
Yes,
a
he
lot
does.
of momentum Nuclear gets off of this.
And that will be the end of it thanks to the Defenso Chopper.
Yeah, the Hot Air. Staying a little bit ahead in experience and obviously a lot ahead in health. But that living statue could be a huge pain.
Yeah,
Especially when you factor in that Shock Rock.
and he's ready to start cycling.
Just imagine if this was the Mordor, by the way. That ghost on that living statue every time.
Yeah, it's still 1 mana minus, but you know what?
It's not really minus when you get a minion out of it, I suppose.
And if you res it with
It's
the
basic-
tombstones, oh,
I'd say, you know the way I'd put Ghost?
Huh.
I'd say it's super lightning bolt, if you can get it off. There's
Oh.
obviously an inherent risk to it, but if it lands, not only does it destroy a minion from your opponent, you get that minion.
yes.
That's pretty strong.
Oh yeah! Ghost is
That's why
totally
Ghost is
underrated
a
right
really good
now.
card, and people should be playing it more often than they do. There's not even that many Shock Rocks on ladder right now.
Uh-uh.
Also, did you get a free bridge, buddies?
I think
I feel
so.
like you did, and that's pretty good for an APEP.
Yeah, but he's not struggling for bridge control. I think he would have preferred something that could fight. Like a stint.
Perhaps. Some good cleaver action from Hot Air, though. Forcing out a lot of responses from Nuclear Goo.
Yeah, unfortunately
And there's
they're
that
all
shield
cheap.
protected from that Incubus. Very
Yep.
nicely done. Guy's Rain still gonna take out of that Dragon Belt, even with the others shooting at him. Well timed. From the defensive chopper. There's a cleaver as well. That's a real one. That's a big
God,
push,
this
actually.
cycle is just so fast from both of them.
Yeah, but we're gonna need something good here from Nuclear Goo. Defensive
How
chopper behind the
about just
cleaver.
a shield totem? You think that'd be fine?
No.
Oh, he's
not at
gonna
all.
use it to actually tank the head?
Oh, that was quite impressive. And there's a full health Incubus and defensive chopper on that bottom lane.
Oh, just kind of throws the living statue away.
There's a Xiao Long there preventing all those tasty spells. Oh, the Xiao Long gets activated. Gonna melt that living statue down.
And Defenso Chopper continuing to prove to be a problem for Nuclear Goo.
Oh, not entirely. He does answer it.
Well, it killed his Incubus and his Defenso.
Scrap Horde for Hot Air, though. He gets quite a bit out of that.
Here comes Beam. That'll answer all that range support, but there's still so
He's
much on
lower
this
on health,
statue.
but he's starting to pull ahead in experience, just barely. But
Yep.
that free Tranquil Shihu is actually pretty decent, and I think Nuclear Goo got Raging Reinforcements. So I think that advantage definitely goes to the Tranquil Shihu in terms of a 4-mana minion. And look at the value
Yeah,
it gets.
especially
out of that heal.
if it's able to heal every time like that.
Oh, the Tranquil Shihu dream, dude. He has to beam his own face.
Yeah,
could have
that
opened the game
that
for
also
Hot Air
triggered
if he
Shao
gets some
Long.
good value off it in the future. Hot Air kind of panic reacts with that shield totem.
And Tranquil continues to work.
Yeah,
it's gonna
not
go
any
down
heal
now.
value, but it's a 4-mana warrior, basically. So, but for
4 mana,
free.
better warrior.
Better warrior that's also free.
Yep.
And yeah, that defensive shopper answering up Incubus nicely.
Answering everything, gonna take the top bridge even.
Now, Hot Air just has to try and convert this into a push somehow. There's a
Oh.
beam of doom that hits Nuclear's face.
And floating some
Obviously, he didn't have
mana.
a shield totem available to stop it.
Really needs to answer that Shao Long, but didn't want to use any of his spells to do it.
Yeah, the defensive chopper, quite good for Nuclear Goo, but Hot Air, so much health that it's not going to matter much if Nuclear Goo gets a good mana frenzy here.
Just throwing everything in front of this cleaver to try and kill it.
Oh, there's an angry Xiao Long thanks to that bridge buddies though. That might have been a bit of a mistake from Nuclear Goo.
I don't know. He's got a lot of ranged up there. As long as they don't get distracted.
Well, it melted the rest of his push though. There's a beam of doom from Hot Air onto that living statue. The 3-mana living statue.
Down goes living statue.
And again, like you said, that living statue, just such a nuisance for 3 mana. The walking wall, forcibly pushing Hot Air off those bridges. More of a decided this game than Incubus, honestly.
Yeah, Mana Frenzy in full swing. It's just
Oh, he
still
just
not
beams the
enough,
Nick.
though. Still struggling to get to Hot Air. He's got to end this before Hot Air gets his own Mana Frenzy.
He's
Oh,
got
that
plenty
is a
experience
very
to do
aggressive
so,
shield totem.
Very aggressive shield totem. I don't know about that one. He's gonna take a lot of damage here.
Yeah, that Incubus is going to get a lot of work in now.
That living statue is sitting nice and pretty there.
There's a
The
beam.
beam of doom on Hot Air's face.
Hot Air in a
And there's
lot of
there's
trouble
actually
now.
nothing on the field. There's another living statue.
There's
with full
another
health
shield
marking the
totem.
walking.
That'll help for a while.
Nuclear Goo might have found a way to push through here. All this range support.
Yeah, get
Beam
Mana
of doom.
Frenzy.
That's going to be the game for Nuclear Goo. Takes game 1 after 8 minutes. Hot Air holding his own for a long time there.
People were casting, right?
Oh, okay. What's he doing?
He's handling everybody else.
Okay. Fair enough. I mean, it's not an easy job being admin. But here we go. Rappo versus Apep. He did stick with the Apep like I predicted. We can see lots of defenso choppers this game.
Yeah. We're
Wish I
going to
hadn't seen
see
that
him
card enough
double
this tournament.
future defenso choppers.
He's gonna look for his future cards there. They're at the bottom of his deck.
Yeah, they're kind of far away,
There
but
it
you
is.
know what? It gives him time to be able to set up board presence, which can arguably be better,
what,
especially when
though?
there's a Xiaolong wandering across the field. Guardian
He
for
gets
4
Guardian,
mana.
Not the best in this deck.
I don't know about that. Does
I don't
Hot Air
know.
even have AoE?
He doesn't need to. What fright does Nuclear have in his deck? He
Scrats!
doesn't have anything substantial enough to give DPS to justify the Guardian. It's not good here, I don't think.
Liar! Don't you dare
Especially
underestimate
since
an
he's a defensive
army of
shopper.
10 DPS.
Also, Defenso Chopper's a thing.
Yeah, that's the
So-
main problem.
Guardian's gonna get wrecked. So we
You
need
know-
something really good off this Future Pass. This Future Pass is gonna make or break the deck.
And fire him!
Fire him! That's pretty good!
Yeah.
I mean, it's not gonna answer everything Hot Air has, but it's gonna answer a bit of it.
And
Well,
you gotta
Minion
still
goes-
worry
we're taking a
about the
lot of damage
Xiaolong,
from
but
this.
that's about it.
Yeah, he kind of needs something more than Plasma Rings to answer that because how long.
There it goes. There's the heel puff.
Oh, there's that Heal Puff.
Everything's fine.
And there's a Strat Horde.
That's
Which
what
does not
Gamer
have a
tells
shock
me.
rock for
Everything
once in
is
this game.
fine. There's the Bannerman. That heel puff is probably never going to die.
Yeah, that is going to be pretty annoying. I think Hot Air is not going to win through lethal damage this game.
Nope.
Stint doesn't even connect to it. That's unfortunate.
Not
Not even
the plasma
Rings.
rings.
Okay, they get it though. They got it. They're going to get regenerating about 500 health from that though.
Uh-huh. I would say he's very easily gonna get all his health back from his healing puffs, and it looks like Hot Air got
but
one as well.
He's still got to find a way to win the game. He hasn't done a single point of damage to Hot Air yet.
Nope.
Night now though. Oh,
Yeah.
no, there's a shield totem. There's a Scrat Horde as well, but everything else is targeting it. There's a Shock Rock.
Shock Rock, that's stun, opening up a window
Yeah,
to
it's
hit
what I'd really
everything.
like to start seeing Defenso Shopper. Like
There
right
we
now.
go. Look at all these scrats. They're doing all the DPS. Look at him.
Yeah, Hot Air,
Hot Air
kinda
is
getting melted
melting.
here.
Don't underestimate 10 DPS.
It's just the cycle. It's the Flame Imps that do so much damage. Look at him go. Yeah, Hot Air just lost. He just kind of lost the game because of the Flame Imp damage. He cycled them so quickly before Hot Air was able to finish that Guardian.
And he's
Where was
still
it?
got 2 mana buffs up there.
Where was that Defenso Shopper for Hot Air?
Dead.
Was it like at the bottom of his deck or something? Or did he play it inopportunely?
I'm not
He
sure.
should have theoretically still had it.
Well, there's the Daka that takes care of Xiaolong, and all those puffs are still on the bridge. There's that.
There it is,
defense
finally showing up.
But Guardian
But
is
it's
here.
stuck in a flame
Oh,
imp. It's too
did not
late now.
manage to save the Fire Imp, but saves the Plasma Marines and everything
it's too
else.
late now.
3 mana puffs on the bridge.
And they're all Bannerman as well, so you can't even kill
And
them.
here comes the beam. Gee.
Nuka who just completely out-cycles Hot Air, and Hot Air just did not have the Defenso Shopper when he needed it the most. He just takes 2,500 damage from it.
Yes. So right now I only have one of those absolutely confirmed right now. That
Okay.
is the 20-point tier, which is you are then eligible for the qualifiers, of course, and then on
Mhm.
top of that, you also earn yourself that big dwarf pack.
Or the Big Dwarf Pack. That's a good one.
That one that
That's-
everyone's giving away on their streams. You can actually come here and earn it. All you have to do is just get 20
Look
points.
up what the details of that are for you. I'm
That
sure it hits somewhere.
is 300 rubies and 15 power tokens.
Yeah, it is a big dwarf pack, as they say.
Yes.
That's a pretty substantial award.
That is only
It's a
20
couple of
points.
hours on like every other Sunday.
Yeah. That, like I said, that's only 20 points. At 20 points, if you come in last place, you know, you come to every tournament, you win one match and maybe one set, that is enough for you to earn those 20 points.
Wow.
So all you have to do is consistently show up and beat somebody. That's it.
Does that mean Dover's going to win something?
That means that Dova has a real chance of winning something.
Wow. I like this new King Puffs Cup system.
Yep.
And our top 8 in this order is as follows.
Make sure
Rush
you refresh.
second. Cats. Oh, wait,
Wait,
I've got to
whoa.
refresh, haven't I?
Yeah, refresh. The results
Let's make
were
sure-
originally
refresh, we're getting
reported
disasters.
wrong.
Okay, nothing was reported wrong yet. Okay, actually it was reported, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so in this order, Cat, who won all of his matches with a 6-0. Then we got Rush second, who went 5-1. And then we got Zagripta, Vango, Gamer, Mephisto, Adrian, and Grey Wolf. Those are our top 8.